This is Marty Shupak, and this week's hero of sports is Afro-American tennis player Althea Gibson. Althea Gibson was born in Silver, South Carolina in 1927. Her parents worked as sharecroppers. Now, in 1930, the family moved to New York, Harlem, because of the Depression, and there was nothing going on in their town of Silver. Althea was very athletic, and she became involved, thanks to the Police Athletic League, in a whole bunch of different sports. Now, if you know New York City, the streets go from the East River to the West End, the Hudson River, for a good part of the island. And what the Police Athletic League would do is they would shut off some streets so the kids could play sports. And she was superior to most of the kids that she was playing with. In 1949, she became the first Black woman to play in the USTA National Indoor Championship. She could not get qualifying points to play in the US Open at Forest Hills. Keep in mind, to get qualifying points, you have to play and excel at different tournaments. Because she was not white, she could not get into these private tournaments. And remember that this was in the early 1950s. This is like 25 years before Lee Elder became the first Black golfer to be allowed to play in Augusta in the Masters Golf Tournament. It was really rough on Althea Gibson. In 1956, she became the first African-American athlete to win a Grand Slam. She won the French Championship, which is now called the French Open. In 1957, she won Wimbledon and the US national titles, which is the US Open. In late 1958, after winning 56 national and international singles and double titles, Gibson retired from tennis. In 1964, at the age of 37, she became the first African-American woman to join the Ladies Professional Golf Association, the LPGA. She also tried her hand after tennis at acting and doing some singing. Unfortunately, she developed some health issues. She survived a heart attack in 2003, but on September 28th, later the same year, at the age of 76, she passed away. Her remains were buried in Rosedale Cemetery in Orange, New Jersey. She was ahead of her time, winning Wimbledon in 1957, 1958, winning the French Open in 1956, the Australian Open in 1957, and the US Open in 1958. Imagine how much money she would have made in today's tennis circuit, the way all these great athletes are pulling in image money and endorsement money. She struggled her whole life. One good thing, if you're ever in Newark, New Jersey, on Heller Parkway, there's a beautiful bronze statue of Althea Gibson. Althea Gibson is a true hero of sports. This has been Marty Shupak.